Hey there. I think it's time. We got to talk about this. It's just that awkward kind of moment in dating that can really not work if we don't adjust with it. It's about flexibility. When it comes to dating, you've got to have a little give and take, a little bit of willingness to meet the other person where they're coming from, give a little bit, and focus less on how much you're taking in return. I am Jacqueline, professional matchmaker and creator of Discover Love Matches. And I have been really noticing the people that are flexible with their dating opportunities are having so much more success in many ways in their whole life, in their relationships, and their communication than those that are really rigid and kind of have an attitude my way or the highway. It is very, very difficult when we are so set and glued in our ways that we miss out, whether it means you're set on how tall the person is, how short they need to be, how much money they make, what their education is, or their looks, or things that, kids or no kids, that maybe at one point was crucial to you, but maybe it's not as crucial. But that also pertains to dating. So many times we're saying we want to meet our person, we're saying that this is important to us, but are we really showing up and saying, hey, what's best for you? Like letting the other person feel safe and respected and communicated with, that this is important to them, it is important to you, and that you are going to be open. Maybe it's a scheduling situation that you're saying, hey, when are you available? And the person keeps changing their availability, and when you try to make a date, they just kind of wiggle out of it, and that's frustrating. The thing is you need to know that you've chosen to step up. You've chosen to say, hey, I'm open, I'm available, I understand if you're running a little bit late, or maybe we can't meet this week, but we can meet next week. In that flexibility, you need to also say, if you're the person who's asking for extra, you also have to be the person that communicates extra in between. So maybe if you've postponed a date for a week, you continue to let the person know how excited you are to see them, that life has gotten busy, obstacles have happened, but you're still looking forward to getting together. What is so difficult is timing, finding everything to work for each of you guys. For timing it's magical. Look, no matter what, I can be phenomenal in my career, match the best people. But if they're not in the mindset about being flexible, they're not going to have the right timing. They're not going to have the right experience. And they're going to be looking for what's not working instead of what is. I actually have learned in 10 plus years as a matchmaker, it's less about finding the perfect match, and it's more about finding people that are accountable, they communicate, they follow through, they're people that I can trust to recommend to clients, and they're also people that are adaptable. Are you someone that says, I am only going to do it this way, or I can't talk to you? Then you're going to miss out. Sometimes people like to text, some people like to talk on the phone, some people like to email. If you're flexible with it, then allow the other person who might not be as flexible to kind of guide how that is. As many of you heard me talk about, you teach people how to treat you. So if you need a certain form of communication that is going to make you the most valued, the most safe, the most impacted, then voice that, and then also make sure that the other person is knowing this is important to you. So I want you to think about times that maybe you could have been a little more flexible. Maybe you could have said, hey, you know what? I really want to see you, but I have a busy weekend. I'm going to change things around a little bit so we don't have to wait so long, because I want to make time that works for your schedule. If we just keep waiting till it's absolutely perfect and the world's in a great place, we're never going to meet, and we're going to spend so much time caught up in obstacles. We're going to be looking for the problem. I have people that find the craziest of obstacles to not move forward on their dating journey, and they want to blame everybody else but themselves. And it's really not about blame, it's about accountability. You have to step up, you have to choose to be proactive, you have to choose your happiness. You have to put yourself in the forefront. Like the people that show up to my events and participate, they are the ones that are the top of my mind that I'm thinking about match ideas for. They're the ones that I get to know the most, the ones that I know the most current information, because they're participating. The people that don't really show up or just kind of stay under the radar but then complain that nothing's working are a direct example. What you put in, you get out. So think about things that you could just be a little bit more open, a little bit more adaptable, flexible, so that you're showing that this matters to you, that you don't have a million and one rules stopping you from finding the happiness, the wishes, and the desires you want. Because I can tell you, it's also a very sexy characteristic to be someone that other people enjoy being with. If you're difficult to set up a time to meet, if you're difficult on a date, if you're difficult at following up, if you don't even get back to your potential date, even if you're not interested, you still want to be that kind of person that says, hey, I'm so glad you messaged me. We're just not a match, but that was wonderful to talk with you and connect. Thank you so much. You know, it's about respect. It's about respecting yourself, because what you do for others is how you feel about yourself. So I am Jacqueline, and we're going to keep this conversation going. And let me know in the comments below how you've been adjusting a little bit of flexibility with how you are adapting as you are dating in this stage of your life, so that you can attract the right match. I look forward to chatting with you again soon, because you know I'll always have something else to share with you.